Hello, Second Life in YouTube. This is Tranquil Moon Dancer, and I have a couple questions on the wedding set. So I'm going to go ahead and answer those, and I hope it helps you and other folks. Anyways, one of the questions is, can you add animations to the podium and then set the positions? And yes, you can. So what you want to do is you want to come over to the podium, and you want to right click, choose edit, then you want to go to the content. Well, as you can see, it is modifiable. And then what you want to do is you want to click edit linked parts, click that. Now choose the middle plate here that says bride and groom controller. Go ahead and drop in your male and female animation and make sure you label it, name it, like a name with then F and M for male and female. See, I have F, M. That way I know which pose is going where. So we'll just throw in a random animation here. Let's see. I don't know. I'll grab both a male sit reading Bible and a female sit reading Bible, and I'll just throw those in there. And I'll wait until they're recognized. And then I'm going to rename this. We'll just put male, we'll just put read. Make sure there's no spaces there. We'll put read, B, and M for male. That way I know that one's male. And then we'll put female here. We'll rename that one read, B, and F. Okay, so now down here my new animations are there. Please make sure if you're going to add animations that they are modifiable, because if they're not, and you need to change the name, it makes it harder. So I always recommend getting something where you can actually change the name to the animation, because sometimes people put really long names. But anyhow, then go ahead and open up the positions note card. Now please note that also is modifiable. Go ahead and open it, and as you'll see, these are the poses in there. Go ahead and highlight, I did this one as an example. Let me just take that one out. So highlight, say, the present pose, and go like that, and then hit paste. And make sure that flashing line is at the very end of that last character that's typed in. Make sure it's not down here, okay? So backspace and make sure it's there before you hit save. So change the name to whatever you want that pose to be, and we'll say read B for Bible. And leave this position for right now, because that's a position that's working for this pose. So just for right now, leave these numbers, okay? And hit save. Then go ahead and close this out like that. And then I want you to click on the controller. I want you to go to Options. Go to Options. Go to Shut Down. You have to shut it down in order for it to read the new thing that you've added, the new animations and the new note card. Actually, before I do that, before I turn it back on, let me go ahead and edit link parts again and come here and do this other step. And I want you to come into this menu items 02. And again, note that that is modifiable. And I want you to right click on that or double click to open it. And then you see here we have the poses, okay? I had put pose talk again as a demo, but let's get rid of that because it wouldn't have been there when you looked at your note card. So we'll copy this pose present. We'll copy it. Enter, space, and name it properly. It's got to be the exact same name as the other one. So read B, and this is going to be, has to be the exact name of the animation. So read B space M and read B space F. Okay, it has to be the exact name of the animation, and it has to be in the proper position. The male over here and the female over here are on this. Okay, so let's double check our position or the name of our animation. Okay, we capitalized the R, so we have to make sure it's capitalized here. We have read B space M, read B space M, read B space F, read B space F. We notice we have pose is read B, and we know that that's correct because in the position we have it read B right there. Okay, so now go ahead and save this one. Then close out of it. Now please touch then the center controller so that it can read it all. Then open this up and you'll see it's reading all the new changes that we put in there in the whole system. Okay, now it tells us it's ready. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to click on that. We're going to go to wedding, and we see now we have the position read B right there. We're going to res out the set. And once they render in, right click before the person gets on it to set up the position. Right click and get a hold of it first. So I'm going to go ahead and sit here. Make sure you say yes to animate. And as you can see now I'm sitting and I'm reading. Okay? So you kind of get me in the position you want. And rotate. Of course we're not going to really be sitting and reading for that, but I'm using something more dramatic. That I had readily available, so you can tell I've added this one to it. Then go ahead and have the male or female if you're using the lesbian set. Go ahead and once you have her in position, then right click and choose that heart and have them get on that one and position them the way you want. Okay, and then once you're done with that, go back to the menu and please click More, Main Menu, Options, and then go to Save Position. Make sure you choose Save POS Position. Now in the chat is going to be the new position. See the read with the numbers. Start right at that little triangle right there. After the last number, the period, and the last character there. Ignore this 12 position stored part. And ignore the timestamp and stuff. So start with the first bracket, then your animation name, then your digits, and end with the sideways right angle. Hit copy. Come right back over into your pose stand. Go back to right click again, choose edit. Click edit link part. Choose the middle one. You'll see it's highlighted. Come back, go to positions, and now where you had that positioned, highlight it and stop right there on the same line and hit paste. You can see I have the little flashing mark there. I do not want it down there, so make sure you backspace so that it's right there. You don't want any spaces after that last bracket, and hit save. And that's how you add a new animation and pose to the podium. And it will remember that pose. Okay, then go ahead and hit Options again, shut it down, and then the next time you turn it back on, it's going to remember the position. Okay, now as far as the walker goes, one of the questions is there a male solo walk? No. The males do not carry a bouquet, so there's no need for a male to have a solo walk. But if for some reason you really do want him to, here, I had deleted the one before. Let me set out a new one, so I don't have to delete the whole wedding set. Single, I want single. Okay. So this was the solo bridesmaid because she's going to carry a bouquet. A male just simply uses his AO if he's not going to escort a female. And then he can just walk, take a pause, walk with his own AO, take a pause, walk, take a pause, and then come up to his pose, which would be when the wedding set is out, right? Wedding party. And he would just hop on his heart. Right there. Okay? So there's really no need to have the male single walk. But if for some reason you really want one and you find one you like, just take a copy of this, right click and hit edit, drag copy. You can see this is modify. Just choose edit linked part. Go in here. Keep the weight. Do not, again, do not throw out the weight. Keep it in there. Go ahead and delete the walk. Throw in your new walk, whatever walk that may be, I don't know. I have no idea. I don't really have any extra male walks that I use. I don't know. We'll throw in male eat popcorn and I'll pretend it's a walk. And rename it. That's why it needs to be modifiable on the walk. It has to be modifiable so that you can name it walk. And then now that new heart will be the male walk. with your proper walk in it, as long as it was a modifiable walk where you could change the name to walk. And then just drop a different texture on top here, or change the color of it, so it's not pink anymore. Let's see. We'll make it blue. Okay? That's simple. Now you know it's a male solo. Okay. Let's make it the prettier blue that kind of matches better the set. Like that. Okay. And as far as the flower girl goes, or if you're going to need to lift it up or whatnot, just right click, choose edit, and take the blue arrow and just move it up and down. And they're not going to see that heart once they're on it because it goes invisible. So it doesn't matter that it has to come up. You know, or just move it down. And that's it. The flower girl only works with the flower girl pose because that's where it has the scripting to throw the item. So anyways, I hope that helped you with any of the questions from that note card, and you have a wonderful day, SL. Bye.